Oh my, it's so much going on in the world today, man. I got another banger for y'all here, man. Look, go ahead and smash that like button because y'all already know how we lay these things out, man. Look, I appreciate waking up today and experiencing a new chapter with you guys, man. Hopefully y'all like this video, man. Just know, man, if you're going through a tough time in life, you're not in it by yourself. We're going through this thing called life together. You know what I'm saying? Share these videos with your friends and family. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. 60% of the people that watch this channel aren't even subscribed. We'd be at like 2 million subscribers, man, if most people just went ahead and subscribed. But the government is not going to track you just because you follow my channel. But look, man, let's get into this video right here, man. Look, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. You know, your reality might be a little bit different than mine. Look, I keep a level head with this. I don't believe everything I see in these compilations, but at the same time, pay attention to the details because a lot of things aren't what they seem. Let's get it.
Max, what'd you just say?
The aliens are real.
The aliens are real?
Yeah.
What are the aliens gonna do to us?
Shoot laser. The drones are flying. They're everywhere.
The drones are everywhere?
Yeah.
What are they chasing?
Aliens.
When the aliens come, is everything gonna change or is it gonna stay the same?
Everything came and stayed the same.
Are you scared or not scared of the aliens?
Not scared.
What kind of people do they want? Do they want people like Max or do they want people like everybody else?
People like everything else.
What date are the aliens gonna reveal themselves to everybody on Earth?
Any phone.
What date? What date is that coming, Max?
In the future of January 1st.
Oh, on January 1st of 2025, the aliens are gonna reveal themselves?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Better. Like I ain't gonna act scared. Look, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. I hope Max is right, y'all. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments down below. Yeah.
The Christian word hell and the Hebrew word hell, it means physical earth. Helix or hell means the physical earth. The other word, the word Hebrew word comes from the word also the word Sheol, and the word Sheol is the word shell. And the shell, from shell you get hell, is the physical body. We live in hell, which means you're trapped in the physical body. So all of this particular mythology that we're talking about, where we are scared of a damn devil, as the scapegoat to blame everything on. You see what I'm saying? Keeps us trapped. Our own fears.
So you were pretty much the first person Trump chose after he got elected. I think it was the end of that week, right?
Yeah, I believe I was.
Can you summarize in one sentence what you plan to do with the job?
Well, look, we had a discussion that night, and he gave me 3 rails, 3 things he wants me to do. Number 1 is secure the border.
Yeah.
Shut the border down. Number 2, run the biggest deportation operation this country's ever seen. And third, he wants me to lead an effort to find the over 300,000 missing children that were trafficked into this country.
I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure.
She told the truth about what he did to his first wife.
To know the whole jar was dirty, go get Mary, go get her son, and go get her niece. And after that, he did that with Mary's son, trying to son. Next thing he knows, she started trying to move away. Mary divorced Steve. That's why.
And what he was doing with his new wife. Say, oh gosh.
I can't feel sorry for her the way she let Winter grow up without his mother. I can't feel sorry for her because you let Steve Winton and you covered it up. I can't feel sorry for you because you helped Steve take Winton away from Mary.
And that daughter that he to Diddy and Diddy's son. Oh, jeez.
Lori was once actually linked to Diddy's son, Justin. Okay, so they were together.
All right, we ain't gonna do that like she was just linked to him. She was linked to everybody, so I don't know, y'all.
49-year-old P. Diddy with his hand on his girlfriend's belly. Now,
I'm not saying that like that's a bad thing, you know, because if she was a regular person and she dated around, it'd be perfectly normal. It's just heightened because, you know, it's in the public. But are y'all picking up? Are you tracking what they're saying about this whole situation? Are you tracking?
that is 22-year-old Lori Harvey. They're in Cabo. She's, of course, talk show host Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. We're talking about maybe she could be pregnant. You know, he's rubbing her belly a little bit. But
I think people will finally maybe be able to really get the gravity that this is not entertainment.
This is what I told this boy who came to take my daughter out. I said, listen to me, son. Whatever you do to her, I'm going to do to you. You're going to have a nice time.
That's graphic.
It's sponsored of humanity. They are taking all of these evil things and dressing them up in pretty things and getting you to be okay with watching them destroy humanity.
Yeah, them people didn't open up one of them goddamn doors today. Yeah, that's what's going on. Remember how I told you the Vatican was going to do this ritual, tradition, where they opened these doors for the Jubilee? And one of them was opened today, St. Peter's Basilica, and they consider it to be a sign of hope. But specifically, the door that they opened was to a fucking jail. It's one funny looking fucking door. We can take it at face value and what they're saying. This door was opened for to bring in hope, not giving up, this St. Peter's Basilica door. But in all actuality, if you don't know anything about St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican and St. Peter's Square, you wouldn't know why this is crazy. For one, the place where they just opened that door to usher in the new whatever the fuck they're trying to usher in, yeah, that was actually a place for dead popes. Mummified, covered in wax, bona fide corpses that they keep under St. Peter's Basilica. These holy people that have atrocious pasts at the Vatican. Close that fucking door. Close it. It's not even the tip of the iceberg, because that door is at one of the center points for the ancient Egyptian obelisk that sits right in the middle of St. Peter Basilica Square, the stolen ancient Egyptian obelisk at that. While these doors are being opened and everyone's like, oh, this is great for the economy. No, they're about to activate some shit. Yeah, there's an obelisk from Egypt that was bought to Rome by the Emperor Caligula in the 37th AD, and it sits right in the middle of where those corners are for those doors that are being opened in St. Peter's Square. That's not just any ancient Egyptian obelisk. It's also called a sundial, and its shadows mark noon over the signs of the zodiac. Yeah, that obelisk is surrounded by these 4 lions, each with 2 bodies whose tails intertwine. So if you look in the middle there, that's the obelisk. And those doors, oh yeah, they're all in the corners. And the door that they just opened just so happens to be where all the dead popes are chilling. They're chilling up under the St. Peter's Basilica. Yep, but happy Kwanzaa. I'm gonna do a part 2 because y'all don't even want me to get started. Y'all know I'm the OG Vatican girl. I already know what they're doing. I know what they're about to do, but do you?
Okay guys, I made this second video kind of slowed it down for you, but I want you guys to notice the Pope's reaction once he notices who or what just opened the door for him. Notice his facial expressions. Notice the silent prayer he does once he sees what he's looking at. Yeah, it's that serious. He looks kind of stressed out. But now, pay attention to the guys who opened it. I showed you the first one, but look at the second one. And you can look for yourself. You can see all yourself on YouTube. It's a 4-minute video. Go check it out. But look, no ears, nothing. You can see nothing. Look at that. What is that, bro? That's not. Okay, so we all know the Pope opened this holy door, but I want y'all to check out the people who opened the door from the other side. Look at them very close, man. It's hard to make out their faces. They look kind of strange, and I know I'm not tripping. The one guy looks translucent. Just peep it out. I zoomed in on it. And I want all y'all to go on YouTube and check it out for yourselves, man. And let me know I'm not tripping. And get back with me. Just watch. Pay attention. Check them out. You want to open the door. Look at him. Boy, weird shape. Not zooming on his face. You can barely see it. It looks weird. But watch this when he walks off. Boom. This shit. What the fuck is that, bro? Come on, man. There's too much going on. But yeah, let me know.
You want to know something that's like eerily like similar to that? Y'all remember that clip from a while ago when Barack Obama was president, and he had that agent that was standing amongst the crowd, and the light dimmed in his face started to change and his face turned smooth and you can see it morphing kind of. And he had no ears. It looks like the same exact thing that was just on there though. But look, man, let's keep watching. Don't skip nothing. Y'all can get lost in the sauce.
When the portals were opened at the Vatican, there were some strange things caught on camera. Like, what is this? What is this? But check this out now. So on December 26th, as you know, the fifth door was opened for the first time in history, they claimed. A lot of people were ranting online because there were cameras inside and they were like, how did those cameras get in there? But that's not the shocking thing about this video. So in this footage, when you see all these people coming into the door, if you still the frame and take a look, that looks like an alien. These look like beings from outer space. And so the question is, what type of portal were they opening? Was something coming in or was something leaving? That is scary. And this footage, that's not all. This footage right here, look at this. It's like, oh, that's just a little pope over there. Let me zoom in. Wham! What is that? Strange things are going on. Comment below what you think. Click follow. And what type of portals are they opening here? I'm telling you, there's a spiritual warfare going on. What do you think?
And you know, whatever. I'm gonna keep going.
You heard what happened, right? Donald Trump had a meeting a few days ago with the CEO of TikTok. And then on the 27th, he submitted a letter to the Supreme Court. He says, let me handle this. Let me negotiate something with TikTok to allow the company to still remain. So, guys, Donald Trump is getting ready to save TikTok. But not only that, he's going to honor our freedom of speech. Because there's no way that this app should be banned. So, will the Supreme Court listen? Will they actually take his letter into consideration and postpone the ban and allow the new administration to go back and forth with TikTok and find a way to keep TikTok available for all Americans? Peace and love, and I'm out.
What y'all think?
Okay, look right here. You can see it right there. You see something move, and it's like moving quick up right here. Wait for it, right there. You can see it. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Let's zoom in. All right, let's see. All right, what the fuck, bruh? What is that? And it looks small. No? Is it just me? Like small, agile, and strong as fuck.
You gotta ask yourself, why would the Pope put a live streaming camera inside of the tomb of Lucifer on Christmas Day? Well, that's next on the trumpet. The Masons and the Pope are going to open the holy door. First, the Pope is going to tap on it with a little silver hammer, and then the Masons are going to remove the bricks and mortar that actually seal the holy door shut. He does his knocking, and then the Masons start chanting one of the Psalms. It's never been done before, and they're going to start this new tradition on Christmas Eve. So the World Wide Web will have symbolic access to St. Peter's tomb on Christmas Eve as they open the holy door. And that's going to mark the beginning of the Jubilee year. The Catholic Church got the whole Jubilee idea from Judaism. And in Leviticus 25, it tells you all about the special year that's focused on restoration and forgiveness. The word Jubilee in Hebrew means Yovel, which is a ram's horn. And yes, that is a trumpet. In Leviticus right here, it tells you that the sound of the trumpet announced the beginning of the Jubilee year. So you might say, it's the year of the trumpets. And keeping things in order with the book of Revelation, we'll go through the seals, then the trumpets, and then the bowls. Open the door, it's the year of the trumpets. For Christians, Jesus' declaration in the book of Luke to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor was often interpreted as a fulfillment of the Jubilee spirit. Wow, I just can't wait for Christmas to get my webcam view of the creepy crypt that's underneath St. Peter's Basilica. And that's not a wax museum down there. And as of December 5th, the Vatican hasn't even released a Christmas message. You know, when you're the 33rd degree, you wear 33 buttons on your gown. King David ruled Jerusalem for 33 years, and the Masons built him a palace on top of Mount Zion, the mountain of God, where he issued judgment over the people. A webcam in a tomb under the altar of a church of the dragon. That dragon right there. That dragon. The flying dragon. This is right over the entrance of the door. Those dudes were all about it. 2024. You're the dragon. You can see the dragon in the crest. He wears a tiara, and the swarm comes out of his mouth. This throne, made for somebody about 20 foot tall, sits right in front of that tomb's opening. That throne is right there, and you can see how tiny all these people are in comparison to it. That's the altar that you just saw in that video, and then that's where that dragon seal was right there, and then this is the red wall that's underground inside that crypt. The red wall, which is by the shrine of St. Peter's, next to the tomb of Lucifer. That's where the webcam's going to be, right there. This is all underground, and that's the floor of Constantine. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. The words in red are from Jesus. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. Don't get distracted. The book of Revelation was written to the 7 churches. You know me and my family love you, so like and follow the trumpet for more. And in Jesus' name, have a blessed day.
Show just a couple of the doors that Pope Francis will open during the Jubilee year. To begin the Jubilee of Hope, the Pope will be present at the 4 papal basilicas of Rome to open the holy doors. Following tradition, the first will be St. Peter's Basilica. The next will be St. John Lateran on December 29th. On the first day of 2025, Pope Francis will go to St. Mary Major. The last will be St. Paul outside the walls on January 5th. In addition to the 4 major basilicas, another has been added by the Pope's request. It will be that of a prison. It is one of the many gestures the Pope wants to make to prisoners.
They're not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct? That's right. It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is.
They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they turn their lights out. They also indicated that they don't know where they come from. They don't know where they go to.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this have reported drones flying over their home.
It's right here over at Picatinny. There was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I looked.
Hey, you know how they said that they're returning to come back and come get their people, right? Is it a chance that these crafts are coming here and be like, hey, we coming to pick y'all up. Y'all done told this motherfucker up. We gotta move y'all to another planet, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, in a polite way that we have arrived. We ain't trying to scare y'all, you know what I'm saying? What if it's cool though? You feel me? But alright. It don't look that way because of the stuff that we seen. I was just trying to make light out of it, but let's get back to it though. I tried.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. Men go mad with watching them. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you. Boot, 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 moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. Cry, to think of something different. Oh, my God, me from going lunatic. Moving up and down again. There's no discharge in the war. 7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17, 32 the day before.
Was it me or was that shit intense, y'all? Like, let's get it together. Let's keep going. Woo. Something about the voice.
Yeah. I think so. Whoa.
Microsoft and Coca-Cola signed $1.1 billion 5-year AI deal. Why am I just finding out about this? Now, what does Coca-Cola and computers have in common? And tea. Okay. I just had Coca-Cola yesterday. Are you kidding me? 5-year deal, huh? I mean, are they changing the soda? Are they adding something to it? Everybody loves Coca-Cola. Especially Coca-Cola with some ice. I heard Diet Coke was worse than the regular Coke. If you're on a diet, why would you drink Coca-Cola? Well, if you didn't know, now you know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments about this, guys, because I don't know what's going on here. But they seem to be shaking hands and they're in business now. Why does BG want to team up with Coca-Cola? Maybe because it makes so much money and it's a nice, refreshing drink. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I think this is a great idea. I love Microsoft and I also love drinking Coca-Cola. You know what it is. It's not a game. And T inside of the S. You get it? I'm just messing with you guys. That's just a whole bunch of letters. I be saying anything sometimes. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, it ain't nothing to know, so you don't know nothing. I'm about to get on my Microsoft computer and drink me a nice cold glass of Coca-Cola. I'm out of here.
Well, yeah, I think the link is like, do you know the latest topics when you're talking about like nanotechnology. Is there a way that they can manufacture some new type of something to put into the drink and it connects and then uploads your consciousness without you knowing to a server or something like that? I don't know, people, but if I can think about that just straight off the top, imagine what people that actually do this type of shit can do with that. And like, ooh, all you got to do is give them a creative idea and they can probably find a way to make that happen. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But look, let's get back to it though. Don't believe everything you see though.
You know who this is?
Vampire, I don't know.
So he has wings and there's a chain on his ankle and he has a crown. Obviously, Lucifer,
yeah.
Satan.
I saw the chain. I was like, yeah.
Right? Now check this out. What foot is this? I know you've seen this statue before.
Is that the one in...
There's a chain and a foot. That's the foot of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard about this.
Now this statue, there's 7 points on his crown, right? Statue of Liberty has 7 points on its crown.
No.
Now go back to the statue. What's by its feet? An apple. Where is the Statue of Liberty? The Big Apple. New York City. What do they call New York City? The Big Apple, fam. Why are they praising the Statue of Liberty, which is literally Lucifer? You know why it's holding a torch?
Why?
Because Lucifer was the angel of light before.
Yeah.
It's right in front of us too. Oh, that's kind of fun. But where's the most money made? Wall Street.
Oh, Wall Street.
Where's that? It's the Big Apple, fam. And New York is the home of... Take it a step further. Ready? An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Ready? Where did that happen in New York? The healthcare thing. Oh! no, that's a stretch.
Bars.
Garden of Eden must have trees pleasant to the sight, and it must have gold and onyx stone and a river of 4 heads. Is this one of the rivers?
This is the Pison River, which is mentioned in the 2nd chapter of Genesis, when it says, a river went out of Eden, the wall of the garden, and parted and became into 4 heads. The tree life from Chattahoochee to Bristol is the largest of any other area in the world. The Bible names 28 trees. The best authority on earth have identified 27 of them here, and many, many more, including the gopherwood tree. The Bible names those 4 river heads as the Pison, the Gihon or Gihon, the Hiddekel, and the Euphrates. The first one was the Pison. The Bible says that is it that compasseth the land of Havilah, which was North Florida, before the flood, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is G-O-O-D. The Bible used that adjective to describe the North Florida gold to further tie down the exact location of the Garden of Eden. The next verse says there's also bdellium there, which is nothing but rosin out of pine trees that God instructed Noah to pitch the ark out of, and onyx stone, which is marble. And North Georgia, right where this great river has its source, is one of the largest marble areas in the world. The Tate Marble Quarry and Company there, Tate, Georgia, is one of the largest. So the natural monuments definitely mentioned and described in the Bible as being related to the Garden of Eden are here, and they are not anywhere else on this earth.
Traditional narrative of American history focuses heavily on events like Columbus's voyages, the Revolutionary War, and the Civil War, often overshadowing the deeper history of the land itself. However, alternative perspectives challenge this narrative, arguing it's a construct designed to obscure the true origins of the Americas. These views propose that the so-called New World was not a blank slate, but a flourishing epicenter of ancient civilization rich in culture, knowledge, and innovation. Long before European colonization, advanced societies thrived on this land, leaving behind evidence of their existence in the form of architectural wonders such as pyramids and mounds, and cultural practices that may have influenced the realm's history. In essence, the Americas were the birthplace of many ideas and innovations attributed to ancient Egypt and other early civilizations. Structures like the Cahokia Mounds and other enigmatic sites across North America indicate the presence of highly organized societies with advanced understanding of engineering, astronomy, and spirituality. These parallels raise the possibility that Egyptian culture itself may have drawn inspiration from the Americas, positioning this land as a forgotten nexus of human development. The function of the pyramids extend far beyond the physical structure, serving as profound centers of energy, consciousness, and cosmic alignment. In ancient societies, pyramids were designed with precise geometric and astronomical principles, allowing them to act as conduits between the earth and the cosmos. They were believed to harness and amplify natural energy fields, creating a harmonious resonance that could elevate spiritual awareness, facilitate healing, and connect humanity to higher dimensions. These structures were not merely monuments or tombs, but vital instruments for sustaining a thriving and interconnected civilization. In the Americas, particularly within what is now the United States, pyramids once dotted the landscape, forming a network of energetic hubs that link people to the earth and the universe. Throughout the United States, evidence of pyramid-like structures and sacred mound highlight the existence of a sophisticated civilization attuned to the principles of balance and energy. Sites like the Etowah Indian Mounds in Georgia and various others in the Mississippi River Valley point to a once thriving culture deeply rooted in spiritual and cosmic awareness. These sites were strategically aligned with the celestial patterns, indicating their builders' profound understanding of astronomy and energy flow. This network of pyramids and mounds likely served as a system for maintaining the collective consciousness and vitality of the people, acting as nodes in a greater web of unity and higher purpose. By severing not only the pyramids but also the massive trees that once towered over our realm, believed to connect the earth to the heavens, the invaders ensured the finalization of the disconnection. These ancient trees, aching the living antennas, played a pivotal role in the energetic network, and their destruction symbolized a breaking of humanity's link to nature's infinite wisdom. The systematic shutdown of these pyramids marked the beginning of a celestial disruption. When the invaders arrived, their efforts to dismantle or suppress the function of these structures were intentional, targeting the spiritual bioenergetic foundation of the land. By severing the connection between the pyramids and the consciousness of the natives, they created a void, enabling the imposition of a new reality. This was known as the unplugging of the human spirit, a disruption of flow of knowledge, memory, and energy that sustained the original societies. The invaders sought to overwrite the existing paradigm, replacing it with a holographic overlay designed to instill amnesia in the native people. The overlay would ensure compliance, erasing the memory of a thriving civilization that once existed and trapping its descendants in a manufactured reality. As the pyramids fell into disuse and obscurity, the energy they once channeled became dormant, and the spiritual awareness of the people dimmed. This allowed for the creation of what some might call the Matrix. It's the illusion that harvests life force by perpetuating disconnection and division. By disconnecting individuals from the natural energy of the land and the greater cosmic order, this system ensures dependency on artificial constructs rather than the boundless vitality that once flowed freely. This deliberate erasure left the indigenous people vulnerable, their once thriving cultures replaced with hollow structures that offered no life or meaning. In the absence of sacred geometry and vibrant architecture that resonated with the cosmos, lifeless cuboid forms began to dominate the landscape. These structures were more than just physical replacements. They symbolized a reprogramming of the consciousness. Cubed consciousness became the new paradigm, a state of mental and spiritual confinement that imposed rigid boundaries on thought and perception. This system of control, now orchestrated by dark magicians skilled in manipulating energy and consciousness, ensured that the masses remained trapped in a cycle of artificial stimulation and distraction. The introduction of dopamine-driven states through material excess and fleeting pleasures keep people perpetually chasing external validation and suppressing their inner wisdom. Under this hypnosis, the population succumbed to a fluoride-like stare, the dulled awareness and inability to perceive the grand manipulation unfolding around them. The dark magician's mastery lay in their ability to create self-sustaining systems of control, where the enslaved masses unknowingly fueled their own imprisonment. With the ancient spiritual systems dismantled, the pyramids deactivated, and the towering trees reduced to memory, The invaders solidified their dominance. The lifeless architecture and cube consciousness became permanent fixtures, ensuring that the masses remain locked in cycles of artificial stimulation and meaningless distractions. Stripped of their wisdom, identity, and connection to the natural order, the native inhabitants were left in a perpetual state of amnesia, unable to comprehend or resist the oppressive forces that had reshaped their reality.
That's pretty much what Rashad Jamal was talking about when he was when he was around, when he was out. But that's crazy though. Let me know if y'all still here. It's crazy, man. Like watch this, how this thing unfolds, man. Like you heard what the man said in the beginning of the video. Now let me know in the comments down below. Like, would you be excited? Like, are we excited about the January 1st reveal or not? We're gonna have to check in on old buddy, man, when January 1st comes. If it don't happen that day, then look, we're gonna pull up on his ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. We need some answers.
The ant people. So this really tripped me out. We went to a museum in Cairo, and there were these pottery with ant people on them. And then you were saying that across the world, and I think Australia, right? It was Australia.
Australia and in the Americas.
Yeah, there's more depictions of these ant people. They look the same.
Yeah.
So how is it possible that we are across the world and these same beings are being drawn on these pots or these different things? Like, how is that possible when you have no travel or, these, like, how?
And they all have the same story. They took human beings underground.
Yeah.
They were throughout Turkey, throughout Mesopotamia, all over the world. They took human in ancient Egypt. They took people underground to survive a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Was invited to do what I thought was a talk to like bankers or something at a resort. And instead of me going out on stage to do a talk, they brought these 5 guys into the green room who started peppering me with all these questions about the digital future, Bitcoin or Ethereum and augmented reality or virtual reality. I figured it was one of these things where it's just these 5 billionaires looking for, investment strategies from someone who's on the ground in the cyber revolution. And eventually they got around to the question of, Alaska or New Zealand. Right? So they wanted to know mainly how to prepare for the inevitable collapse of society. And the question we spent most of the time on was, how do I maintain control of my security force after the event? Because their money's going to be worthless and these guys will turn on them. And it just struck me that here are the wealthiest and most powerful man I've ever encountered, yet they feel utterly powerless to influence the digital future, that the best they can do is prepare for the inevitable collapse and, insulate themselves from the reality that they're creating by earning money in the way they're earning it. And it was sad, but it was indicative of the way these folks are thinking. The high-level billionaires, like the Elon Musks and Jeff Bezos, they want to get off the planet altogether, really just leave us behind. But the mid-level billionaires who can't afford rocket ships, they want to build, bunkers and secret communities and get robot guards and, and to protect themselves from the rest of us.
It turns out you're related to Angelina Jolie. You're also cousins with Madonna.
That's true.
So, and I'm related to Madonna and Halle Berry.
Related, in fact, to Abraham Lincoln. Your family is that true?
Nancy Hanks was Abraham Lincoln's mother. So, yeah.
Barack Obama and Sarah Palin are cousins, back to one Mr. Smith of the 1600s.
Like related, for real?
Yes.
What's the connect?
We're second or third cousins. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You are related to Fred Rogers.
Oh, impossible. No, you're pulling our leg.
All right.
Let's look at that.
How far away is it?
Wait, look at it.
I know, yeah, I'm never.
Oprah tried to say that you two are somehow, some way related.
Yeah, she said she actually researched it and found it to be true.
And that's something.
I can see that too. Can you see the Oprah in her? I can see it, y'all. I ain't tripping. I see that shit.
kind of Presley with the Winfrey hooked up somewhere along the line in the South. You know how it goes.
Cousin Oprah.
That's right.
And that President Obama is related to all but one U.S. president.
Well, Dan, the youngster spent the summer tracing the family tree of our presidents. Her conclusion that all the presidents...
Look, man, I just want to be real with y'all. People fight over race and stuff like that. Cool. We got preferences and everything. But look, there's been cross-border clapping cheeks since the beginning of time. And y'all don't think we connected somehow?
with the exception of one, share the same grandfather. That President Obama and all the presidents before him, with the exception of one, are related and descendants of a former king of England.
No, they are all cousins, and they're grandsons of John Lackland.
I think those are the people that's going to try to take y'all underground, man.
Oh, we're not telling people what to eat. We're just telling people to knock off putting poison in what we eat. Fani Hari is a New York Times best-selling author and health activist known as the Food Babe. All right, Food Babe, what are they putting in our food?
They're putting all kinds of chemicals that are banned and heavily regulated in other countries. American iconic companies are using ingredients that are safer and better in other countries while serving us the more toxic, poisonous version. We have the biggest cereal companies in the United States feeding our kids artificial food dyes that they don't use in countries like Australia, Canada, all of Europe, in India. It's a travesty that we allow our own American food companies to do this. And you can see what happened yesterday at the Senator Bernie Sanders hearing, how the FDA has been asleep at the wheel. They are not holding these food companies accountable. And it's activists like me that have to do this work. And it's really sad. Our politicians and our elected officials should be doing this work.
So you have a regular product, and maybe that product 10, 20, 30 years ago, there was just a couple ingredients. You know, you look at the ingredients, there's like 2 or 3 things. Now you look in the ingredients, there's like 50. And I can't pronounce any of them. What are the things that they're putting in there? Is it sugars? Is it toxins? Is it preservatives, additives? What exactly is it?
Well, in the last 50 or so years, there's been about 10,000 chemicals added to the American food supply, where countries in Europe only have 400 approved for use. A bowl of cereal like this that you would never know that has artificial food dyes in it, but this one has an artificial food dye called caramel color level 4. It's made with heating ammonia. It turns into a carcinogen, cancerous compound, according to the International Agency for Research on Cancer. This same cereal company does not use caramel color level 4 in the same cereal that they serve for other countries. Then you've got, America's favorite chips. This has Red 40. The FDA admitted yesterday that they have not reviewed the safety data for Red 40 in over a decade. When Red 40 was actually intended for use, it was intended at a very low microdose, like 20 milligrams. They're saying now that Americans get up to close to 200 milligrams of artificial food dyes that are made from coal tar and petroleum that are linked to hyperactivity in children. There is a chemical called Red 3 that's banned in lipstick, and it's been banned for a really long time, since 1990, over 30 years, but is still allowed in strawberry milk drinks that we give to kids and cancer patients.
All right, so
this is the problem.
Can't put it on your list, but you can drink it. Kids can drink it. It's just wild.
Problem with our FDA.
Food Babe. It's not just what they're putting in. They're trying to push people into eating this type of food. Right? Like, so they say cereal for breakfast, right? No, we should be eating eggs for breakfast, things like that, berries, right?
We need to shift the American diet to whole, real foods. And I'll tell you, when I did that personally, my whole life changed. I went off 9 prescription drugs and lived a life that I never thought was possible for the first time ever. And that's what I wish for every single American out there. Our ultra-processed foods by the food industry are being created to be ultra addictive and make us fat and sick. And now we see that in the chronic disease rates that are skyrocketing through our nation.
This isn't bankrupting big food, or that's not going to be the result. They're still going to make plenty of money, right?
Absolutely.
It's just the healthcare industry.
We're not talking about banning all of these different foods. We're talking about making the foods the same way they make for other countries.
Right.
It's a rigged food system here in the United States.
Right. Instead of America last, where we get all the bad stuff and other countries get all the good stuff, America first. We should have the freshest ingredients. We should have the healthiest food.
Exactly.
On a baseline level.
Absolutely. And American companies have to do something ethical here. It's a moral obligation to serve us the safer version of their products.
Now you're getting a little crazy. Ethical. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's maybe strike for balance at first. Oh boy. All right, Food Babe.
I'm an idealist. What can I say?
You are. We need a lot of idealists right now. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Oh.
I think that we lack accountability, but when us as a people, like an individual, we do something, they put us in jail, do all kinds of stuff to us. But I think there's been a lot of neglect behind passing these laws. Well, it's not even neglect, they just blatantly do it because they get paid from other, you know what I'm saying, to put that there so they can feed you to the belly of the beast. And what the beast system is, what is going to recycle you and what, and harness your what, your energy, your money, your currency. But whatever though, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Y'all see what's going on, man. That's why we get laughed at by other countries. Yeah, we have a lot of things. We have a lot of quote unquote freedoms and this and that, but we have a lot of other things to be worrying about. And that's our health. And that's why we have like some of the worst health on the planet, if not the worst. But let's get to it.
Well, so one of the most shocking things you said to me when we talked last was that you had a CIA document from 1950. I think it was declassified in 2011. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she sends me this document because I wanted to see it. The first two sentences smacked me across the face, and it sounded like your story. So it says endoparasites and malignant tumors resemble each other in many respects. So parasites and tumors look like each other. This suggested a long time ago in regard to the parasitic nature of tumors. And so this is in 1950, and they're saying a long time ago we knew
they're entities.
So that parasites and tumors look like each other. The only other date listed in that document, or earlier date anyway, was from 1938. So that's 86 years ago that they knew about this connection between tumors and parasites. So my thinking brain goes to why in
or quote unquote demons
in the world would that be classified information?
How the fuck did Mr. Incredible, of all people, put the entire medical industry to shame in a 12-second clip? Just watch.
Denied? You're denying my claim? I don't understand. I have full coverage.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hoganson, but our liability is spelled out in paragraph 17. States clear.
I pay for this.
I'd like to help you, but I can't. I'd like to tell you to take a copy of your policy to Norma Wilcox on Norma Wilcox, WILCOX, on the 3rd floor. Are you saying we shouldn't help our customers?
The law requires that I answer no.
We're supposed to help you.
We're supposed to help our people! Starting with our stockholders, Bob! Who's helping them out, huh?
Tell me that's not exactly what this doctor said.
If you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just worked yourself out of a job.
This doctor built his entire platform of trying to show people natural ways to make people healthier, live longer, just to get censored after posting this video.
I stumbled on this by accident. I was taking this vitamin. I never took it before. Go to sleep, wake up, and I just noticed like all this stiffness that I would normally have because of all the injuries to my spine. It's like someone's put WD-40 in my joints. I'm like, why am I feeling so loose? So I'm like, oh, I took that vitamin the day before, specifically in the mitochondria, and it's a precursor to this molecule called NAD. NAD is involved in over 400 different genes, so it's a really important molecule.
So I did my own research, and turns out NAD is something that our body naturally produces, but what happens to the NAD as we get older? It actually drops to 50% by the time we reach our 30s and continues to drop every single year. And when we're low on NAD, we'll notice that we have low collagen repair, inflammation, fatigue, even aging faster than normal. That's when you start to see signs like wrinkles and also inflammation.
See, look, yeah, I mean, it's everything is right there in your face. Just understand why, if we're the most wealthy nation, quote unquote, with the most debt, by the way, why can't we get us clean resources? And I'm talking about like the fruits and vegetables. Why everything has to be, why it's amazing that it has to be labeled organic or not. Everything should be organic. And the people should have the seeds of everything. We should be able, I don't know, man. I got a vision for my future and what I want it to be, but I'm continuing to build on that. That's why I continue to hustle, get to different things so I can, some point step away and just live for myself. Because even me now, I preach a lot of, disconnecting from the matrix. I'm not. I'm still here with y'all. And that's the realest shit. A lot of people act like they come on here and speak about these topics and they know everything. But no, they're still attached to the quote unquote matrix. We all just trying to do our best with what we have been dealt today. But look, let's continue.
Before they shut down this app for good, I'm going to just share one final ultimate truth with you guys about what is actually going on in the world. I promise to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. And just so you guys know, this is for entertainment purposes only, not facts. But the truth is, we've been at war for thousands of years. This is an enclosed system. You can't leave Earth. There's not aliens in space. It's an interdimensional war that has been going on for thousands of years. And the aliens that you guys are seeing or talking about, they're already here. They're not in space. Okay? You can't leave Earth. We live in an enclosed system bound by universal and karmic and physical laws. All of the elites, all of the powers that be know this. And they have fooled you for many, 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 many eons so that they could keep their secret, which is that the enemy has always been here, harvesting your energy. There is a team of dark and there is a team of light that have incarnated into human vessels on Earth so they can use it as their final battleground. The dark forces, I will call them the Leviathan. I'm just going to call them the Leviathan. The evil aliens, right? Leviathan. They've infiltrated every part of your governments, your school systems, your food supplies, your churches, and, of course, your monarchies. Always been a war between the light and the dark, okay? Just as there are dark reptilian Leviathan beings inhabiting human vessels all across the globe, the Earth, there's also the ancient light beings that are incarnated all across the Earth. That is why so many of you are waking up to this truth. There's a reason why they killed the Christ, and it wasn't the stories that you've been told, passed down for hundreds of years. It's because he was the most powerful light being. The light, Yahweh, the light of God, incarnated on earth to teach us this truth. Because he knew, obviously, he was connected to infinite intelligence and all things that exist in all realms of time. He did not come in with a veil of remembrance, a veil over his eyes. He came into this earth fully in his God power, knowing all truths. He wanted to wake us up to this truth, so they killed him. Because we have been at war with a Leviathan infiltration for thousands of years. And the real reason that they're making such a big deal about this CEO assassination is because they got one of their guys. Brian Thompson was a Leviathan. He was on the dark forces. They infiltrate corporate structures. They have been the evil beings pulling the strings, putting the veil over your eyes, because this is a frequency war. They want you on the lowest vibration as possible so that when the light comes in, which is what's happening, when the light activations begin, so many of you will be have fallen to this trap in that low frequency that it gives them more time, but the time is up. The treaties have been broken. We have been at war for thousands and thousands of years. And when they first infiltrated, they split our DNA. The 12 tribes of Israel, it is the 12 descendants, the 12 splits of the DNA, the 12 tribes of these different interdimensional beings, the Anunnaki, the Lyran, the Palladians, the Reptilians, the Draconians. It is a spiritual war. It is a spiritual holy war. As on earth, so it is in heaven. We are avatars. This is our video game. Okay? You guys, this is the truth. It's a crazy truth. But once you awaken to this truth, once you put on those magic glasses, this is a quote I like, you can never take them off. Ever. And that is why they've tried to poison you, to change your DNA, to keep you on a low frequency, so you never wake up to this truth. Your enemy is here. And they know that there's nothing that they can do now to stop the trajectory of this mass awakening, this mass Christ return of consciousness to these truths. The power that we all hold is immense. It took 30,000 ancestors for you to be here. You're not here by coincidence. You chose to come here to fight these battles. It is psychological, it's emotional, it is frequency. It is a dimensional war. Okay? Don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. Don't be going into fear. Don't be divided. Know who your enemy is.
Through numbers and through math, or just looking, thumbprint, where your hairline start in your head, a seashell, the curvature of your ear. If you blow up one of your cells big enough, it look like your thumbprint, which looks like the universe. The universe is inside you and you inside the universe. Just think about that. That's crazy as fuck. I'm in this universe, but this universe is also inside of me. We are one. Everybody and everything is fucking connected.
Whoo! Look, man, what a amazing video we've had tonight. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, kicking it with me. Let me know how y'all feel about this video right here, and can you see the message that's been put out? You know, I can't get on here, and I've been advised, you know, not to speak every little point for y'all, just to, you know, kind of point y'all in the right direction of what's going on, you know. But like I said, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just in here to let those juices get to flowing and get you to think for yourself. But if you can see it, you can see it. Let me know in the comments down below if you're tracking, and if you packing, are you packing? You know what I'm saying? Make sure that your head is always on a swivel and you always paying attention to your friends, your families, the people that you love that's close to you, but also focus on yourself and getting your mind right. Meditate, work out, eat the right things, get you some chlorophyll, get those toxins and these heavy metals out of your body. Because if we having a frequency war, I'd rather be prepared than to be the person that's not, you know. So check on your loved ones, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and I see y'all in the next video. And like I always say, man, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. I love you guys. I see y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Blah.